So I've had this M12 Hatchet for about 6 months now, probably a little longer than that. I really like the saw. It does lack power sometimes, but for the most part, it's an excellent pruning saw. Anything under 4 inches, I would have this with me. You can cut stuff a little bigger than that. I've cut things about 6 inches big, but if you do that, you're gonna kill the battery quite fast. This battery here, the XC 5.0 high output, that right there will last about 4 or 5 hours in tree or on the ground, whatever you're gonna be using this thing for. So it's really good battery. I highly recommend the high output because I've tried some of the other ones and you really do notice a difference when you get the high output compared to just the normal fuel batteries, red lithium batteries, I mean. So I was so impressed and happy with this saw, you know, after using it. Really the only downsides were lack of power, the bar length, and let me see, I actually still have a cut right here, or the scar from it. That was a pretty deep cut that I got while using this saw, and it wasn't because I had my finger anywhere, like it wasn't from I wouldn't say that it was from improper use. It was more of like a design problem. So on this saw, there's like a little tab that goes across right here, and that's like 1/2 inch gap. So sticks would get stuck in there, and that gap, sticks would get stuck, and it would stall the saw out, and you couldn't do anything. So one day I was frustrated because I was trying to do something, and then it just kept on getting stuck, and you know, I wasn't wearing gloves. And I put my fingers like this to try to pull the stick out, and usually I try to wiggle it out, but it was wedged in there pretty good. I guess I wasn't paying attention. I drug my finger like this way across the teeth. So that's my fault, but after that I said, yeah, no more. I broke that piece off of there, and the saw, since I broke that off, which was like probably 2 weeks ago, it has not stalled the saw anymore. I get it, it's supposed to be like a chain catch or something, but really I think that the M12 Hatchet is way better if you just break that piece off. So here recently I got this. Yeah, that's the size comparison. I've only had this today. Like, I just got it in the mail yesterday and I was excited about it, so I brought it out, and I'm truly impressed with the power difference. One of the things that what I thought was lacking about this saw makes up for it, but that doesn't mean that this saw is better than this saw. So honestly, I probably will not take this larger saw up a tree with me unless I'm doing a removal. If you're doing a removal, you're going to be in the tree for quite a while, and it is lighter than a chainsaw, but at the same time, it's like it's a good mid saw between a handsaw, which is what I like to compare this to, and a chainsaw. It's like right in between. It does have a lot of power. This thing, I cut a piece that was about 7 inches in diameter with it, and I was impressed with that. It could definitely do bigger than that, I'm sure. But I can already tell some things I don't like about this saw because I've been running this so long. I already know what I'm not gonna like when I start using it. The ease of use, the lightweight of this thing is awesome. I would actually trade that and go for this one over this one just because of how lightweight it is. Because this thing is still strong. Like I said, anything under 4 inches, it can handle it no problem. This one here, what I noticed is that the battery is kind of wobbly on there. I really don't like that. It's a super expensive battery compared to the M12 batteries, and I don't like how wiggly it is. I feel like that needs to be a lot like firm, a lot more firm in there. And this thing is like almost twice as heavy. So yeah, they're running a chipper right now, so I'm not gonna I'm gonna keep on running with this saw, and I'll just probably get a little bit longer amp hours out of it. I'll just get a bigger battery or something. But in comparison, like I was saying, like these batteries are really firm in here, probably because it goes into the handle a little bit. But I'll probably keep on running this saw since it's so lightweight. And if I need to take out bigger stuff, you know, if I'm removing dead wood or something, I'll probably end up taking this saw up. I really appreciate that Milwaukee has taken the time to make smaller size saws. I know that Echo has like one of the smallest saws, but I just think that that's impressive, is that they're considering like all aspects of the business, you know, because there's people who are gonna only be cutting small stuff, and instead of using a handsaw, this thing is top of the line. This is like a premium handsaw right here, and it really is, because it's expensive. But the nice thing about it is you could just file the chain, so you don't just have to like get the chain doll and then you know, replace it. You could file this thing. I filed it 5 times already. Same thing with this one, you know. So yeah, that's my comparison. Like I said, I've only had this for a day. I've had this for 6 months. This right here looks like it would be way more difficult to take off. I don't know if I'm gonna have as big of a problem with this as I did with this one, because this one has a lot more power, so I don't think it's gonna get bogged down by something as small as that, is like 1/2 inch, which, let me just double check. Yeah, it's about the same kind of gap. The same kind of gap is like 1/2 inch. All right, guys, that's it.